Okay, so Cardi says, everybody speaks Spanish here, so I'm gonna have to do commentary in Spanish. That's what they want.
Okay, yeah. If you wanna do it, go for it.
Are you gonna catch up?
Yeah, I'll do something.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Game number 1, we've got Sonix and Neo. This is going to be a fierce battle because I think, for one, Neo does know how to play defensively, but he goes for aggression as well. And Sonix so good at switching it up. You know he's going to be defensive for the most part, but as soon as he gets an opportunity, he will go in hard with aggression.
Yeah, Sonix is one of the biggest labbers in the game, right? Like, he will lab out individual interactions against every single character he is projected to play against just to figure out super niche things. Like, last night at, like, 12:30, he was grinding in the VIP room. He was just, like, gaming the whole time. Like, there are certain people who are just, like, this is the number one thing they care about. They don't care about anything else other than getting the W, and Sonix is definitely up there.
I did tell him, though.
Yeah.
I like speaking Spanish with Sonix because I feel that we connect that way in a different fashion. And I did tell him, hey, I know you are here to win.
Yes.
Don't forget to also have fun while at it, because I know how taxing, I know how demanding it can be. I'm a very competitive person. I wish I was a better player because I'm hitting myself against the wall all the time. Right now, both competitors are just sizing each other up. They know that a single mistake could lead to a fatal downfall, and this early on, it's super dangerous.
Yeah, a little bit of a misstep there, unfortunately, for Neo, who could have gotten a follow-up off of that Nair, but now looking to keep it even with Sonix. This is the dangerous position you can get in a lot, where you sort of trade somewhat even with Sonic, and then eventually he finds the kill on you, and you find him running away with the game, and that's nice. That's the first step for Sonix to take this out. Now, how is Neo going to find his kill confirm while risking every single time he goes in for an interaction? Yeah, those trades will certainly start to pile up, and these kinds of mistakes will cost Neo a lot, actually. It's a lot of pressure that Sonix puts out, especially at the ledge. Good ledge trump, and trying to challenge all the way out with yet another back air. Back air instead is what Neo does to get that stock. A little too, I don't want to say too late, he could still bring it back, but that's a huge margin for Sonix to just chill down and find good openings. Surely, slowly but surely. Yeah, now Sonix is looking for an edge guarding situation, but I mean, Neo finds his way out of it. But we have a nice little combo. Always love to see Neo's strings. I mean, it's simple. You know, you keep hitting the aerial buttons. Eventually, they're they're gonna be sent into the blast zone. Like that's all you really need to do. Like Neo doesn't have a super complicated game plan here. It's, find my landing aerial, hits, right? confirm into my killing aerial, and then that's the game plan. Occasionally you go for a couple grounded options, but it's mostly that. Yeah, and it has to be scary at some point, because especially at high percentages, it might be costly. Right now, Sonix feels incredibly comfortable, to be fair, just not really worried about what happens next, especially if those trades keep on piling up. They're just in his favor, no matter what at this point, because the lead is something that he will definitely take advantage of. Neo, on the other part, just taking a little slow as well, just being careful enough so that he doesn't overextend, because he knows how poorly that translates into damage for Sonix. Yeah, and now Neo is trying to find his way into Sonic's defensive posture. Sonix hanging out under the platform, slowly taking away space, using that little, pivoting, dash dancing, not going to commit into the spin dash a lot of times, really just trying to chill, trying to make sure that he has all of his options available to him at any given time. That time, though, overextending a little bit allows Neo to get good position, gets the reverse snare, but good DI from Sonix means no follow-ups here, sir. I like it here. I think Neo has a really good opportunity to snipe this stock, though needs to be careful because Sonix is on the prowl now, going for an offensive, knowing that he has really nothing much to lose. The lead is pretty sizable already, and if he just keeps on that pressure, Neo will struggle to find success in recovering. And every time he does, Sonix just has free real estate to just go out and try to challenge him. We saw him earlier take a stock with the spring, so have to always keep that in mind as well. Yeah, and up air does manage to get the stock, although it is a trade for Neo. 91%, still able to keep it relatively close, but it's going to have a hard time with just like the fact that every time Sonix hits him, it's an edge guard situation. Yep. Now you're in disadvantage. You're in such a bad spot. How do you get out of this and recoup this advantage, sir?
Yeah, it's going to become increasingly harder. Love to see the spring just being an obstacle to sort out, but obviously Sonix will always try to go for those tried and true opportunities in those backers. Great stuff from Sonix to keep things close to his chest, not overcommitting too much, not putting himself in dangerous situations where, of course, the range of Corrin does allow for a little bit of damage.
Yeah, it was actually a really nice bait from Sonix there because he went for an empty hop, and Neo proceeded to see that as like a jump back air or something like that, so committed to a landing neutral air. So after the empty hop, he fast fell and then went for the back air afterwards. So it was a little bit of a situation where Sonix was prepared for Neo's descending option, but Neo was falling for, you know, the level 1. I'm gonna jump at you in back air, not this time.
Yeah, at this point, Neo needs to, and I mean, I said this at the beginning, he knows when to stop, to slow down just a little bit, to rethink his situations. I know that he is big into mid-set coaching. I don't think it's available at this tournament.
No mid-set coaching this tournament.
Right,
yeah,
so he's going to have to rethink, and he's going to take his time as well. Corrina, as we like to call her in Mexico, comes out, trying to make a difference here, especially with the color change. I honestly like the fact that we're going into small battlefield. I think it will allow for a little bit of easier sharking for Neo.
Am I crazy? Is this where we were last time?
We were?
I thought so.
Huh, interesting.
Okay.
I'm old. Bad memory.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. I might be wrong too. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, starting here, I think it's a very reasonable stage for Corrin. There's a lot of things that, you know, you can use the platform pretty well. Sonic can too, but like, you know, there is a bit of concession you have to go for with pretty much every stage. Going super low, nice up air is gonna potentially set up for a good situation. The pin, big damage there.
Yeah, important damage at least, and positioning, which is the most important thing. After all, just stray hits, which is something that Corrin is used to doing, or receiving at least. Just stray hits left and right. There's not a huge combo potential on this character. She just relies on strings for the most part, and of course the hardest of reads, just making sure that the forward smash allows Corrin to get a little bit of extra damage and maintain stage control.
Yeah, and slowly but surely putting herself back into this match. Yeah, Neo has...
Andale.
Oh, never mind. All right.
Nice.
All right, never mind. I thought Neo had something cooking there, but unfortunately, you know, you get thrown off stage one time against Sonic, and suddenly it's a disastrous proposition to come back to the ledge. Great ledge drop up air. He's been using that a lot to just really relieve the pressure, but I think the more he uses it, the less effective it's going to be. It's something that Sonix is going to be ready for pretty much every time after this.
No, yeah, I agree with you. However, I mean, it's still working, so why not keep using it? After all, Sonix doesn't have the best tools to deal with that, especially because of the range and the spacing that needs to be taken into consideration. I'm not surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if eventually Sonix find a way to punish that. I've been saying that he's great at adapting, but it also becomes a bit of a challenge that he has to sort as we go in this set.
Yeah, great early up B from Neo allows him to get off the ledge, but okay, let's see. Trying to reset in this situation. Nair not going to connect, but for Neo, Neo has Sonix at 173%. Got to find the kill somehow. I know Grab is going to kill at this point if he is able to land it, but it's so hard to track Sonix down in shield at all.
Yeah, these stray hits are certainly not doing any favors, because despite the fact that it's very close to death, it's just so hard to catch. Sonix, and Neo is being also extremely careful and conservative in terms of how he approaches, not really committing too much. And even though that swat of the Yato blade was not quite enough to take that stock just yet, and it's just not looking pretty, because Sonix has the upper ground here. And even though Neo goes back into center stage, neither stock is taken just yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of funny at this point. That jab is the thing that ends up killing. I mean, I guess it works eventually, but it's still I mean, it's a very difficult spot to come back into. Now that you're down this far against Sonix, I mean, he has a whole meme about him being up, not even needing to time people out. He's just like, all right, you know, I don't need to do anything other than keep the pressure on you.
Yeah, at this point, Sonix knows what he needs to do. It doesn't feel like a steamroll per se, but it's just becoming increasingly harder as Sonix becomes more aware of what Neo wants to do and what actually he can do as Corrin, like the limits of the character. So even though we were initially saying that the matchup seems kind of rough, for Sonix specifically, he feels in total control at this point.
Yeah, certainly looking poised to take this as another big combo. 30% tacked on as, I mean, Neo is just sitting one hit away from death if it's the right one. Goes for a grab, not going for anything crazy this time, even though the F smash was completely off base. But oh yeah, forward air could do the trick if it's a little bit further to the left. Hub smash, okay. All right, getting a little aggressive there. Sonix.
I like that. Yeah, hey, gotta keep it fun as well for himself. I did tell him to don't forget to have fun, and now he's trying those interesting decision making. That, I mean, a good read would definitely allow him to go with a little bit of style, but keeping it close to his chest, keeping that same game plan has been working for him, and that means that that's yet another game in his favor. Neo now, the representative from Philippines, is just looking a little bit choked out by the pressure that Sonix is putting out forward.
Yeah, so Neo's, what, half Filipino, half Japanese?
Yes,
That's
yes.
the deal? Okay.
But he's repping Philippines at this point.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Uh-huh.
Best player from the Philippines? Gotta be, right?
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I
That's
assume.
Cool. Yeah.
I've not seen the scene over there.
I haven't seen anybody close.
Do they have a scene? Like an active scene? Probably, right?
It's a big country, right? Like,
yeah.
They probably do.
All right, game number 3. We're going into Pokemon Stadium 2, the biggest floor that we can afford in the current rule set. And that will give Sonix actually a little bit more of extra room. I guess Neo's trying to find like a better opportunities for just breathing out, like not getting suffocated by Sonix. It's kind of working right now, but like,
I don't know. I feel like this is not really like a stage thing. It's like hard. It's hard to say like how something goes at the beginning of a game. You're just like, all right, I found the openings this time. Maybe I won't next time. I like that empty land jab that Neo's been doing a couple times, just been sort of baiting out Sonic's like instant out of shield options, because normally Corrin only having these single hitting moves, so he sees the single hit on shield and he expects that he can punish it immediately afterwards. So that's something that's been pretty nice so far. But I mean, we almost saw after that missed homing attack a fair into the Dragon Fang, so that would have been really cool, but not this time.
There, I like that actually. The Bin trying to catch Sonix in the air. The drift was right though, so that means that stock is not taking. Beautiful reaction from Neo, trying to get, or maintain rather, stage control on the ledge on the right side of Pokemon Stadium 2. Sonix immediately fights back, trying to challenge that same intent that Neo had. And careful here because they're fighting all the way up. That's gotta be somewhat scary. Neo almost getting that first stock and trying still for those hard reads.
Yeah, I mean, eventually one of these forward smashes is going to hit. Like,
hopefully.
But the way it's going right now, Neo just kind of gave up a lot of advantage for going aggressive like that and just destroyed all the hard fought percent that he had worked for. Now he's so far behind. I mean, I guess not that far. Just needs one up air to kill it, but it feels so impossible to find this killing blow on Sonix. Like we saw last time, there was just a big, a big discrepancy with the kill percentages. Like Sonix is killing way earlier than Neo.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can tell how Sonix feels incredibly comfortable just moving around, just making sure that Neo finds no solid ground, and right now just racking up quick damage, especially at the ledge. Even though Sonix is in extremely high health, we're seeing the same faults that are causing Neo to struggle to get those stocks. Just straight hits. Sometimes they're weak, sometimes they're strong. For the most part, they're weak, and that's why they're not conceding those stocks just yet, even though we're so close to 100%. 200% rather.
Yeah, I mean, this is around where we saw jab kill last time. So maybe a jab or an up throw or something will kill pretty soon. I mean, it's really just a matter of finding it. But yeah, I mean, over 200%, you really don't see that super common.
Yeah, that's extremely wild at this point. It has to be also a little bit demoralizing because you know that it adds to the pressure to some degree that your opponent is living for so long. You're taking so long to take stocks, and just straight hits are not really cutting it, Jenga.
Yeah, I mean, barely whipping that. Finds, though, a nice little string and converts it onto the platform. That is probably, one of the reasons why we saw PS2 a lot of space to make those combos happen.
Yeah, I guess.
But it evened up the game, and this is super important for a Corrin player. And Neo wants to win this game. Like, you have to be able to keep pace with Sonix. From behind, it's basically impossible to win. And once again, I mean, going for these aggressive kill potential moves, like if that hits, like that would just kill, right? Like that kills it like 50.
Yeah.
But it's 2 in a row. Now we've seen the setup, and I don't know if it's STI, I don't know if it's a Neo mistake, but did not work out for him.
At this point, Neo has to play very conservatively as well, just waiting back, just knowing that he has to wait for Sonix to overshoot something. But Sonix is just really composed at all times, no matter who the opponent is. Most of his composure stems from just feeling comfortable to challenge his opponents. Still, Neo recovers back safely, despite the fact that that seemed a little bit too precarious for the Corrin to recover. She still stays alive and poses a threat, trying to catch him on the roll. That was such a nice read. Unfortunately, I don't know if the distance wasn't quite right or the timing either. Either way,
it was a reaction thing.
Sonix with a beautiful spot dodge to make sure that it didn't connect.
But still, we're looking in center stage, trying to find an opening once again. Sonix pushes you off to the side. All right, not able to set up the edge guard. I think that means Neo is going to have a chance to be back in this. It's still just like a matter of finding the stock first, right? Like the last 2 stocks have been over 200%. Like you gotta be killing him earlier than that. Like you cannot win a game when it takes you 200% every single stock.
Ooh, nice. Oh no, there's no way.
It's a disaster.
It is. It certainly is. The fact that Neo had the right call there to just stall out a little bit during the pin just to avoid the grab, but then couldn't react in time to punish Sonix. Just allowed Sonix to just go with a forward smash and absolutely destroy that stock. Now, in early percentages, we know that Sonix feels comfortable enough. This probably won't be a shield break. There you go. Still enough to poke him out of that defensive option and finally take the stock. Yet, they're not too far apart, actually. We might find a good opportunity, a good instance where Neo might bring the set back.
Yeah, it's actually kind of difficult to be caught in that situation. There's very little counterplay. I think you can like shield DI and jump or something like that. Like there's a couple of ways to do it. I don't remember the exact thing, but I know that the people labbed it and there was something you could do.
Yeah, it's still super rough because we are on the 1 minute mark. If you're not paying attention to the clock, you have to right now because both of them are trying to get as much damage as possible, but Sonix can and very well could play the time game. At this point, they're not too far apart, so that means that Neo will be on pursuit mode, trying to rack up damage as quickly as possible. So if we were to go to time, at least there is a fighting opportunity for the Filipinoan? How do you say that in English? Filipinoan?
Filipino.
Filipino?
Filipino.
Yeah, Filipino. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
For the Filipino competitor.
Yep, and now though, 23 seconds, it is counting down. The onus is really on Neo to find something almost immediately, and he did just find like 4 hits in a row, but now Sonix knocks him off stage. He's at that Super Saiyan 69%, 144 throw off stage. I mean, Sonix is looking to win this. Isn't even running away. 5, now that 5 comes out, we'll probably see the runaway. It's just like, what are you even gonna do? Way up in the skies, a little head nod, and Sonix is going to move on in bracket in 3-0 fashion.
Great stuff. Great stuff. That did take a little too long. I will agree with Abula, but
I don't know. I mean, he was still pushing, the envelope the entire time. Like it wasn't he started running away when there was a minute left. He was still fighting the whole time. 100%. He got like 6 more. He got like 6 more hits in the last 10 seconds.
Definitely, that was not a camp situation. However, it did feel a little hard to bear with because probably Neo was struggling a lot to go in. And, I mean, it felt one-sided. I will give that.
All right, I got a couple updates.
What you got?
Shiny Mark versus Toraguri. Toraguri took out Shiny Mark 3-1.
No way.
Yep.
Is that winners or losers?
That is winner's side.
Okay.
And then another one, we've got Sir Alexander, a.k.a. Lammers from NorCal.
Okay.